And our mountains are happy. We have happy little mountains. There we go. And I'm really, really pushing this color into the canvas. Try to push it right through the fabric. Get tough with it. Take a strong pill. This part of the mountain goes on very firm. And all we're looking for is this nice top edge up here. We could care less what's happening in here. All we're looking for is a nice edge. Okay, there we go. And pull it. Just pull it. See, this canvas is wet. Has the liquid white on it, so you can move color. And when you're painting mountains, if you've painted with me before, you've certainly heard me say this over and over. If you can see the entire mountain, the top of the mountain is always more distinct than the bottom of the mountain. So by pulling it down and allowing it to mix with the liquid white, that happens automatically. And I'm a lazy painter. I look for the easy way to do things. Okay, let's have some fun now. Let's go up here and we'll take a little bit of this blue and black. And to that I'm going to add a touch of white. Touch of white. Okay, that'll be our shadow color. And then we'll just use some titanium white here. We'll put a little bit of snow out on the mountain. Cut across and get that small roll of paint on the knife again. Very important. Let's go right up here. All right, let's just have a little light playing right through there. Now this is the most delicate touch imaginable. Pretend you're a whisper floating through here. It's very gentle, very light. Caress the canvas. It's so gentle. I get so many letters from painters all over the country saying, my snow doesn't want to break. And by break, I mean it has all those little holes in it. 99 times out of 100, the problem is that you're applying too much pressure or you're using a paint that's too soft, or a combination of both. The paint we use here is extremely firm and there's no pressure. No pressure at all. Here, and touch, and make a happy little hill. Right there, that easy, that easy. See there? We got a little hill. And maybe there's another hill lives right here. I've just added a little more white. See? And that easy, you can create all kinds of little hills and valleys. Pay particular attention to the lay of the land though. Look at that, just hill after hill. Now this is where I'd ski, right down here. I leave this up here for the experts. I fall down a lot. Got 3 left feet. There we go. All right, now we need a tree. Let's make a happy little evergreen here. I'm gonna take some black, some Prussian blue. Prussian blue is very strong. Be careful with it. So we have black Prussian blue. We'll put some Van Dyke brown in there. Shoot, we'll even throw some alizarin crimson in. You're just looking for a very dark, I'll just use the old fan brush. Load it full of color, a lot of color. Okay, let's go right up here. Now you got to make some decisions. Where does your trees live? I think there's a tree, there is now, lives right here. And use just the corner of the fan brush, work it back and forth. I had a lady in class one time, and she called these Z trees. Maybe that's a good analogy. Just think of making Z's. Well, you're just like Zorro on here. Just look at that. Those trees live right in this brush. All you have to do is sort of scare them out. Shake them a little bit. Like so, back and forth. And you put as many or as few trees in your world as you want. Now, sometimes it's fun to play some games here. Back to the lavender color. Okay, let's go right up in here. Maybe there's some trees that live far away. And as things get closer to you in the landscape, they get darker in value. So back here, if you want to make the indication of trees that live way back, just use a lighter color. See, maybe he's got a happy little friend. Lives right there. So you can put as many trees or as few in your world as you want. It's up to you. Just want to show you how to make a tree and You decide how many trees live in your world. Okay? Maybe let's do it over here too. I want some trees on this side. While we have this lavender looking color going, we'll just drop in indication of a happy little tree there. And there. There we go. All right. Now we go back to our brush. It has the dark color. And, yep. I'm going to put a tree. Now this old tree, when he was just a little baby, maybe a big deer came by and stepped on him and hurt him a little bit. So he sort of bent. I think personally landscapes look better and just pop in some little roof indications, little shingles. See, do it just like you really lay shingles. You do the bottom one first and then work upward so they overlap. That keeps Mr. Rain from slipping up under them. If you start at the top and work down, you'd be in bad trouble. And you paint them the same way. Of course, this is a lot faster than putting shingles on a roof. My father was a carpenter. When I was young, he gave me a little taste of this. My job was carrying all this up on the roof. Boy, they were heavy. Son of a gun, worked me to death. I decided I want to be a painter. There, now we got a lot of shingles on there. I'm going to take a little bit of the white. Now then, let's come right along in here. And I'm just going to put a little white on here, just to make that stand out so you really just pops out at you. Okay, back to my brush that has all the grass color on it. We got a happy little building. And we can come up in here and begin tapping in some grass right down here at the base. And that'll clean it all up, make it look good. I want to clean up his little foots. Just like so. There we go. A few right in there. Once again, if you have problems making your paint stick, add a little bit of paint thinner. Just a touch. Sure, it doesn't take much. Nothing's worse than watching your painting just drip right off the canvas. So don't use too much. Maybe there's a little touch back in there. We don't care too much. All right. We got a happy little house out here. See, you can just cover up whatever you don't want. Now then, house looks like it's sitting out there. Boy, it's a dull place to live, isn't it? Let's put a tree in there. We need some trees in there. Trees are super. I'm going to dip